Hello, this is Michelle Tucker with the Strong Mama. I'm going to walk you through a short hip stretching circuit. So this is just to stretch out tight hips, help you if you have tight hips, if you're a runner, a biker, anything like that, or just a mom. All right, so let's start with standing and then we'll move to our mats. We're going to do some Frankenstein marches. So you can hold on to something if it helps. You're going to lift your knee up to the center and then out to the side. Up to the center and out to the side. You want to lift that knee up nice and high so there's a 90-degree angle in the knee, and then move the knee as far to the side as your body will allow. Just getting those hips opening up. This is 3. Let's go to 6 per side. 4. 5. These are called dynamic stretches where we're moving like this. I've got a combination of dynamic and static where we just kind of hold it in this circuit. Good. All right, let's go ahead and get some leg swings in there. So side to side leg swings. These ones are great for runners. Good. Do about 8 to 10 per side. Good. And then the other side. Good. All right, now we're going to move to our mats. Now we're on the floor for the rest of the stretches. So we're going to start with a frog stretch. So with a frog stretch, you're going to have your hands in front of your body and you're going to have your knees wider than your hips and then your feet slightly wider than your knees. So you're kind of like in a V. And you're going to sit back into that stretch. So sitting the hips back between the knees. Don't force it. If it hurts, if you're really tight there, just go slow. We're going to rock. This is the rocking motion, the dynamic stretching. So we're just sitting in it, and then we're coming back up. And sitting in it. Coming back up. Good. Let's do a couple more of these. Good. And then you can kind of sit down in it if it doesn't hurt your knees at all. If it hurts your knees, don't do this, but this kind of opens up the hips. Good. All right. And then on your hands and knees, then we can do the same thing with the knees hip width and the hips a little less wide. So this one's a little easier on the knees, and we're rocking there. So this is just normal hands and knees hip rocks. And then you guessed it, we're going to end with a child's pose. So sit back all the way down. Rest on those hips. Reach out front with the arms. Stretch the back. Good. All right. Next on your hands and knees, we're going to do hip circles. So a hip circle, it's kind of like a fire hydrant where you're bringing that knee out to the side, but you're going to bring it out to the side and up into a circle. Good. Getting a nice circle in that hip. Feel that hip opening up. Let's do 6 per side. Good. And then switch to the other side. Good job. All right, let's go ahead and get into downward dog. So lift the hips up high. Weight on your hands. Hands are open. You're going to press the chest through the shoulders as you lift the hips. You can bend the knees if you're not that flexible in your calves and hamstrings. You're going to lift the hips and press through the chest with the back as straight as you can. And then you can start to press the heels toward the ground to try and get the calves going. And then go ahead and step to the side of one leg. This is a lateral lunge. Lay that knee on the ground. and rotate up. And just feel that stretch. Good. And then let's do the other side. So, downward dog. Step to the side. Rotate up. Good. Let's do 3 more per side. Downward dog. Step to the side. Rotate up. You don't have to put the knee on the ground if you don't want to. Again, these are the dynamic stretches where we're moving in the stretch. Good. 1 more per side. Good. All right. Come back to center. Catch your breath. Then go back into downward dog, and we're going to go into pigeon from here. So downward dog, bring that knee up between the legs and sit back on that hip. Now it's important that you keep your hips square for this one. So you want your hips nice and square. You don't want to move from side to side. And then you can start to lower the upper body down as it feels comfortable to you. If you're not ready for that, if your hips aren't that flexible, then stay up on your hands. Go ahead and bring it down when you're ready. Good. And then let's switch sides. Downward dog. Step back into your pigeon. Good. Those in the background. Life of a mom. Good. All right. Carefully come out of that. Let's go ahead and move to our backs. Grab your resistance band for this one. It'll really help. All right. Back on our mats, we've got our resistance band. You can have a regular one or a looped one like I have. We're going to place it on the ball of one foot and lift that foot straight up in the sky and then gently pull that toe toward your face as you press the heel up to the sky. Feel that stretch in the back and hamstring. Good. Now let that leg drop over the body across the other way and just let that stretch through the glute and hips. Just let it sit there. Good. Go ahead and do the same thing on the other side with the other leg. So loop around the ball of the foot, gently pull that foot toward the face. Press that heel to the ceiling and really get those hamstrings and calves going. This one feels really good. And then gently bring that leg across the body. Stretch out that glute. Stretch out those hips. Nice one. All right, just a couple more poses and then we're done. Let's do a figure 4 on our back. So cross one foot over the back of the knee of the other leg, and you're going to loop your hands between your legs and gently pull that knee towards your chest. Good. Nice deep breaths when you're stretching in these stretches where you just hold it. Go ahead and switch sides. I love dynamic and static stretching. I think a combination is usually most effective for getting just everything worked out when you're generally tight. Good, and then go ahead and end by bringing both knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice little knee hug here. Maybe rocking side to side. Good. And then carefully come back up to sitting. I hope you enjoyed this stretching circuit for your hips, and I hope it helps with any aches and pains you have. Thank you for joining me on my channel. I'll see you guys next time.